Yeah, you know me, you know me, you know me now. Yeah, you know me, you know me, you know me now.
Who who inspires you musically?
Musically, Biggie, Smalls, Slick Rick, MC Light, Lauryn Hill, and Eve. So yeah.
So there's no British acts that inspire you apart from Slick Rick. That's what Slick Rick's from Britain.
Yeah, originally. British acts that inspire me. Probably. Well, Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
No, you know what? What British rappers of today that
Of any time.
I would say Craig David had some kind of impact. Yeah, Craig David, Gabrielle. Yeah.
How long you been doing music for?
Properly since I was 16. So yeah.
Okay, so what inspired you to do music?
It's because I've always liked, and it's kind I know it's kind of cliche, but I've always liked music. So I just kind of got up one day and said, you know, I'm actually gonna do it properly and actually record songs and, you know, do things with it. What inspired me is the way I've grown up. I've always had music around me. So yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have one older brother and one younger sister.
So, with music, is it something you've shared to your family?
Yeah, at first I kind of hid it because, you know, I didn't think anyone would care, to be honest. And then everyone's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? So obviously at one point they had to hear. So yeah, now my mum comes to all my shows, you know. My dad's asking to come to my shows, which is really weird. Yeah, so cool.
So they support your music then?
Yeah, as long as I still stay in uni. But yeah.
So education. So what what do you do in education?
I study law and I want to specialize in entertainment law, so it helps with the music. So I read my own contracts, so I know what the heck I'm signing. So yeah.
Okay. So are your parents happy with the choices you made for university?
Yeah, I haven't made any major choices as of yet. So there's nothing they dislike. I think a major choice would be if I one day say, yeah, I want to drop out. Then they'd be like, whoa, let's talk about this. But so far, so good.
Has music been something that would you say education, university, doing entertainment law has slowed down your progress in music?
Not slow down. I mean, if I was doing music 100%, I'd probably go to places where I would have met the people I meet now a lot faster, maybe. So I've kind of had to teach myself everything, like with rapping, how to, you know, count bars and how to rap and how to get a flow and stuff like that. I never went to any youth clubs where there's elders showing me the ropes or whatever. I just kind of watched from the sidelines. So yeah, it has slightly slowed it down, but it's a blessing in disguise as well because it's made me wise up about the industry.
Okay, are there any disadvantages being a female rapper?
Yeah, because people don't take you seriously at first. At first, every time I go to a show, it's like, so you're the singer? Yeah, I'm like, no, I rap. I'm like, oh, you don't look like a rapper. And I'm thinking, what am I supposed to look like? So there's disadvantages because I could be where I want to be a lot faster if I did certain things, if you know what I mean. But I don't want to do it, so I just have to work 10 times harder than the guys.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, like, if I wanted to be at a certain level that I want to be at, I just have to, you know, kiss up to certain people and do certain favors. But I don't want to do that, so that's why it's a lot harder, because then you have to actually be very talented in order for them to take you seriously. There's guys that can have half the talent and still be where they want to be because they're one of the boys. So yeah.
Would you say you're in a situation, like, have you come across any type of situations like that?
Yeah, and from like a weird young age, because there were some places I used to go to like to, okay, let me try and learn, but it gets to that way, oh, you could have a lot more studio time if you, or maybe you should come in. It's just, basically, I have come across the situations, and I'm not going to go that path, because once you go that path, you get labelled. Like, oh, there's Yezzi. You know she did that with this and that, and this, that, but it's cool though, because then you can work with her and she'll do that for you, innit? And what's the point if you're just going to get the tag as an industry whole? Like, there's no point, because then you really won't be taken seriously.
Kind of music, within some of your music that I've heard anyway, what encourages you and what influenced you to do so?
Because that's the kind of stuff I've always been drawn to since I was young. I've never wanted, when I was young, I didn't want to hear my neck, my back. I didn't want to hear that. I wanted to like hear someone to coach. I've never had an older sister. I have an older brother, but he's deaf. And I've got parents, but when you have parents, you never think, you're old, you don't know what you're talking about. So to me, Mary J. Blige and Lauryn Hill and Queen Latifah and MC Lyte were my older sisters. They were telling me, hey, you better not do this, or better do that, or wise up, sister, you shouldn't do that. So I want to be that person that says to a little girl, I'm here to help you through any emotions you're feeling and stuff like that. So yeah.
So a lot of your influences are from American artists, female artists then?
No, you see it like that. It's not like I just focus on American artists. Those are the ones that I've always had kind of... You have it shoved down your throat in the UK. When you listen to the radio, you will hear American artists first. When you go on MTV, you'll see an American artist first. It's not until you go to like Channel AKA and stuff like that, but you have to search for things like that. It's only now that UK artists are not so in underground. Labels are actually signing them, you know, and putting them on a platform. But that's what I had when I was young. Other than that, I had the Spice Girls and Destiny's Child, and that's another American one. So,
would you say music within... do you feel there's a chance for a female rapper within the UK to excel and, you know, get far in music?
Honestly, yes, I do. But will they? No, they won't. Let me tell you why. Because there are a lot that have the potential, but they're very artistic. Like, you know those rappers that'll be, as soon as a grime rapper does one mainstream song, you sell out. And with the majority of female rappers in the UK, they either only appeal to a very niche market, so they'll do some kind of jungle rap or kind of house music. So they've already cut themselves into a kind of small group of an audience. And then when there are rappers, I won't mention, that have the opportunities to get signed, they start having all these demands and stuff like that. And it's understandable. I mean, once you're signed to a contract, that's it. There's no getting out of that. So I can't blame them. The right opportunity hasn't come to the right female rapper as of yet.
Obviously, you mentioned hip hop. Hip hop obviously started off as a way to rebel against the government and stuff like that, like a way of speaking out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it has transcended into a lot of some would say negative and the wrong kind of influence towards younger people and stuff. What's your opinion on that?
Hip hop is just lazy, that's all. Hip hop's just lazy now. People have realised that I can get away with saying practically nothing that means practically nothing, and people will still buy it on iTunes. So what's the point of putting in the effort? Especially if you have a rapper that will break their back with making such a great beat from scratch and writing bars and really putting thought into it, and then some other rapper just pops up saying molly, 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 nigga, 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 bitch, bitch, bitch 6 times, and they probably sell more than them and go platinum and have their own bloody ringtone. So what's the point? You know, at the end of the day, everyone goes into it saying, oh, I love music, but you need to live off it. So you have to make money at the end of the day. You can't have fans saying, oh, why do you change? I've got bills to pay. Everyone has bills to pay. So what are people going to do? Would
you say, with your music, who would you feel are the demographic?
Growing up, no, if it was before, I would have said, you know what, my target, my demographic, young girls. But I realized that a lot of guys actually listen to me. If anything, dare I say, I think more guys listen to me than girls. So it's for everyone that relates to me.
Are there any artists that if you could actually, do you have any, would you say music has changed your circle of friends?
Yeah, I've lost friends because of music. Now, actually, when I say lost friends, it's because when anybody has a dream or anything they want to get into and they commit themselves to it, and when you don't have enough time for other people, you see who's who. You see who will support you. You see who doesn't give a damn about you. And if anything, music has helped to filter out only my best of friends. So I'm thankful to it.
Crime. Do you feel hip hop within the UK has the negative impact towards the youth of today?
Does it have a negative impact on the youth of today? I think the youth of today are split up because if you have sense, you can watch someone like Krypton Conan. You can watch Krypton Conan and yeah, you can hear what they're saying. But then if you have sense, you can see that, oh, these guys don't necessarily do all that what they're rapping about, but they're making money through music. They're doing something constructive. So take it as you will. If someone wants to just be ignorant and not look at the work they're putting in and instead look at them, hear the bars and think, yeah, I'm going to do that with this girl. I'm going to do that on these streets. Instead of looking at them and seeing that they're actually businessmen, then that's your own ignorance. It's how you take it.
Would you say, if you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
Yeah, I'll just be in uni studying law, and I'll probably go into some kind of advertising business because, you know, I like marketing. Because now I think of myself as a brand, and I like marketing things and thinking, how can I make this better, or how can I make this appeal to people, or what sells, what doesn't sell. I'm not saying that I sell my music, but the people that I'm with now reminds me that at the end of the day, I'm an artist, but I'm a business. I'm supposed to make money for people and make even more money for myself. So if I don't start thinking of myself as a business, then I will be broke in my music.
Okay. If you could work with any artist in the UK, who would it be?
Any artist, does it have to be just one? Oh my gosh, just one?
Alright, say the few that you have in mind.
Damn. Oh, you know, you hear this a lot and you never think of it. Oh, I guess at the moment I'll just say Krypton Conan, Yezzi J. Who else do I like? Oh, there's a guy called Jacob. Wait, he was on Rich D2's song. What is his name? I just say Yezzi J and Krypton Conan. That's about it.
Has your music would you say your music is anti-crime?
No. It's anti no motive. I'm joking. No. What I mean is that it promotes progression. That's what I would say. Because what I rap about is about people moving forward or going through something, but you eventually move forward in it. There's no dwelling in my music. There's no unnecessary anger. We move forward. Hashtag forward. I'm joking. Take that out. Sorry.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. That's it.